Hello dear viewers, my name is Rakesh, I am your host. This is the video where we discuss the euro, dollar and pound against of course the US dollar, and we do the technical analysis of major pairs, all the major pairs and also some minor pairs. We also include in this video the Brent oil, that is crude oil, otherwise known as crude oil, and we also take a look at the Swiss index and the Bitcoin in this video. I am a Dukascopy community member. I am not an employee of Dukascopy Bank. All the views or the trading ideas that I am going to discuss in this video are solely of my own. As the name of the title suggests, we will be carrying out the technical analysis of euro and pound against the dollar, and if the time permit, which is almost 30 minutes or so, we will carry out the technical analysis of other major pairs also. In this session, we will be strictly talking about the technical aspects of trading. As a technical analyst, because I know that every piece of information is already priced into the chart, so we will only talk about the technicals and we will look into the charts only. Now in this program, we will be only using the candlestick charts. We will try to find out the key levels of importance, and we'll see how we can trade from them. If you are new to the technical analysis, I would request you to go to this channel's homepage and then look into the playlist. You will find two playlists. One is named as Profitable Candlestick Patterns and the other is named as Profitable Chart Patterns. If you go through these playlists, it will help you in understanding what we are talking about in this program. Actually, in this program, we are talking about the naked price action. It is a type of technical analysis where you just look at the candlesticks and you do not look at any other indicators or so. There are certain indicators you might be aware, like RSI, MACD, CCI, stochastics. These are all indicators we are not going to use, and we are going to use only the prices where the trade has already been taken in the market live. So we will trade naked price. Last but not least, everything that I say in this video is for information or to enhance your knowledge. Please do your own research before you put your hard-earned money on the line. Now let me show you the standard risk disclaimer, which is as such, risk is always associated with the financial markets, whether you are a trader or an investor. So you should know that foreign exchange, which is traded mostly on the margin, has a higher risk, and you should read this risk disclaimer by pausing your video right now. Go through it properly, understand it, and then only proceed further with the video. Okay, now let us go to the charts. The first chart that you're going to see is the dollar index. If we look at the dollar index, why we look at the dollar index every day? It is a must for the one who is trading currencies, because the dollar is the most traded currency in the world, dollar. So if the US dollar is associated with most of the currencies, so it is traded most of it has a highest turnover. So we want to know actually where the dollar is going, whether it is going up or whether it is going down. So this is an index which shows where the dollar is going. So till yesterday we saw that 94.13 was the resistance, and yesterday we saw a close higher than 94.13 level, and this close opened the way for 94.50. and today if you see the 4-hour chart, the dollar appreciated during the day. It went to 94.50 but could not sustain that value because the sellers emerged and they started selling their dollars to push the price to push this index back to 94.27. Now the support is still at 94.13, which previously was the resistance level, and now it should act as a support, because if a resistance is broken, it starts acting as a support for that particular asset. Also, we can join these two lows here and create a channel, and this channel's low when tested by the index will give some support to the support to the index, and maybe it can push it again back above 94.50, or even further maybe to 94.78. So this is the scenario now with the US dollar. Let us see what is happening with the euro. So euro almost on the similar lines of US dollar, because it has an inverse correlation with a euro, with the dollar. So when dollar starts rising, it starts falling. Like if you can see on the 4-hour chart, when the dollar index started rising, it started falling. And in the last 4 hours, as this is going up, because dollar index is going down, that means people are ready to buy euro against the US dollar, or in other sense you can say they're selling their dollars to buy euro. I hope you understand this part. Now if the euro starts rising from here, we can see that this important level here 1584 may offer resistance to the price if it starts going up. But if we want, we can draw a channel here also, a short-term channel joining these highs on the 4-hour, and this low on the 4-hour will give us an idea that if this 1.1584 is tested, then it can be a confluence of two resistances, one being this horizontal resistance at 1.1584, and the second being this falling trend line, which we have created by joining these two highs. And actually we have created a channel, but this is also sort of trend line. So I hope you got the idea. Now resistance is at 1.1584 for Euro USD, and the support is at around 1.1495, and this today's low can also be created as a small support, that is 1.1513 in this market. Let's see what is happening in the pound. Pound is also in the similar lines as euro is, but it has gone to the support zone. Now this area of 1.3415 was the zone of support, and the price reacted to this support, maybe because the US dollar was being sold. Let us see what is happening. Yeah, so here there was a sell-off because the US dollar appreciated a lot during the day, but in the last 4 hours there has been a sell-off in the US dollar. So maybe this is the reason why the pound is going high against the US dollar. In this also, what we can do is we can join this high and this low and create a channel. But this channel is broken to the downside. Now when a downtrending channel is broken, that means there's a huge selling pressure in that market. Now what we can do is, if you think that the pound is going to dustbin, then you can be looking for another selling opportunity, which I think you can get near 1.3570 if the price keeps on going higher from here. Or otherwise, if you want to be sure that the market is going down, then you can wait for a close below 1.3415 in case the market starts going down from here. Then 1.3415 is the support. If that support is broken, then the downside is huge. So maybe you can wait for that 1.3415 to break, because after that we have these small supports at around 1.3303, and after that this low around here 1.3187. so these are the possible supports for the market if it starts going down from here. But if 1.3415 is broken, then we have almost almost 110 points of range to the downside, like 1.3303. But if you can get a better opportunity to go short near 1.3570 here, or maybe 1.3609, these are better opportunity to go short in this market. Till the time this falling channel is not broken to the upside, we cannot be sure of pound going higher from here. Talking about the Australian dollar, although I am bearish now in the Australian dollar, but for time being it is giving us a bullish pin bar, and that too at the support level. I would like to buy this market, but I will not buy right now, because one thing is that the bias is now bearish, because it has failed. Okay, leave it. We will not talk about the fundamentals, but yes, bias is bearish as of now, and this broken support here will definitely be acting as a resistance when the price goes up. This one, and also you see this level of 0.7426, which was a good support here for the 2 days, 3 days. It was a resistance here. For 1 day here it was support, for 1 day it was resistance here, for 3-4 days it was support and resistance. So this is an important level. When the price goes to this level, expect this level to be held as a resistance. And let's look at the 4 hour. If we can create a channel similar to the euro and the pound, in that case we will have a better picture. So yes, there is a channel here also, and we can see that this falling trend line, or you can say this neckline of the broken head and shoulder, is again passing through the similar area where the price is trading right now. So expect some more sell off here, and if we see a closing below 0.7378 again, then 0.7315 will be exposed in this market. On the contrary, if we want higher markets, then we need a closing above 0.7426, which is the immediate resistance for the price. Talking about the New Zealand dollar, I am bullish in New Zealand dollar, but it has met with a long-term falling channels resistance line and is giving way the profits, but it's getting supported at 0.7075. Notice how 0.7075 has been a good resistance in the past year on 22nd and 23rd September. Here it was a resistance on 16th of September. Here on 14th of September it was support. Then here on 7th of September it was a good support. Here on 3rd of August and even 4th of August, this area was a good resistance. This area was a good resistance on 5th July, on 27th June and 24th June. So the price came here today and it was respected by the price, and the price went back to trade at the high of 0.7124. So almost 50 points rise after meeting this support. Now expect the price to at least go to 0.7150. If the sellers have to come back, they need, I think, a better area to go short. So 0.7150 looks a good area to go short, but in that case, if you want to sell, then your stop loss will still be higher than 0.7216. So make sure that you understand the risk that is involved. On the contrary, I think this is a small consolidation before the leg higher, because the New Zealand economy is so good that I want to pitch in to support that and want to make some profits out of it. Now I want to show you something which you may not be able to see right now, but if you see that this was a high, okay, and then this was a lower high, this was a lower high, this was a lower high, this was a lower low. So if you see, I join these highs here, and then after I join these lows here, you see a pattern form. Okay, not this one, then I will include this high also here. Okay, all right. Then you will see a channel is forming. All right, so can I say that the price is almost trading in a channel? Or okay, I will just take these two lows. This looks good, these two here. So here it seems like the price is trading in a channel. It is a downtrending channel, and on the way down there are supports. Expect this channel to be broken anytime soon, and the price can go even higher than 0.7217. This is just my speculation, because the way the price is holding at the supports, it is giving me an intuition that the price may be headed higher. But I have to see how it reacts to 0.7150 here, then only I'll be taking a decision on this. uh, don't be getting fascinated or carried away by this green candle, and do not open buy positions here, because it is very close to resistance. Because as a trader, we are not the buyers or the sellers, we are essentially the risk managers. You see, if you buy here, you have a risk of price going back to 0.7075 before you get support. So you need to buy close to this if you want to buy, and you need to sell close to 0.7150 if you want to sell. So make sure of this. Talking about the USD Chf, I am bearish on this one. There is no doubt about it, because this has been selling off against the Swiss franc, and the Swiss franc is majorly coming out as a strong currency right now. That is why we are also monitoring the Swiss index. Now 0.9150 is still holding as a resistance on an intraday basis. If we see a closing today below 0.9150, then it will open the room for 9085 in this market. On the 4-hour, you see, I'm sure this will be very bearish price action here. Okay, you see here is a bearish engulfing candle. That's showing that a lot of sellers are involved to sell the US dollar against Swiss franc. Now what you can do is you can also draw a channel here. See, the price mostly moves in the channels, and if this channel is broken to the downside, expect 9085 to be exposed in this market. Any close below 9085 will expose 9018 in this market. USD Jpy, no surprises here. 113.41 is where the price is trading. If we see any closing below this low of this candle, which is 113.25, then we can be saying that 112.18 can also be seen in this market. This is mainly because of the momentarily rise in the yen. That is why the price is going down. Now 112.18 is the area, I think, where the sellers will be standing with their money in their hands to put in the market and buy the dollar against the yen. But right now it is a selling market. Do not try to catch a falling knife. Wait for the price to get settled near 112.18, and if the price holds, then only you can open your buy positions here if you see any bullish engulfing or bullish pin bar near this 112.18. right now the resistance is at around 114.70. support is at 112.18. USD CAD is also trading between the support of 1.2421 and the resistance of 1.2493. It is slowly and steadily moving higher in a channel that we have marked, and till the time this channel is holding, the price will keep going up. But I'm expecting 1.2493 to act as a very good resistance, and it can push the prices down even below 1.2421. So right now the support of 1.2421 is there, and 1.2493 is the resistance for the USD against the Canadian dollar. The Brent oil seems to be taking support near 79.87 or 79.90 area. Today the price has made an intraday low of 80.23 and high of 82.87. so now it has almost a range of 250 like $2.50, but the resistance is very close to the price now. 83.44 is the resistance. The price is trading at 82.71. expect that to hold, and if that does not, okay, in here also you can create a channel, actually a falling channel. When that falling channel is broken to the higher side, then expect higher prices to be achieved, but otherwise this is going to be like this only. All right, so this channel is created. If we see a close higher than this channel, then it's 6.71 will be exposed. Otherwise, if this 83.44 or this falling channel holds, then 79.87 may be tested again in this market. Talking about Euro GBP, Euro GBP is making a doji on an intraday, has already given a close above 85.58 yesterday, and today tried to go higher, but now it is again coming back to test that resistance, maybe coming to test the broken resistance as fresh support. And if it does, yes, it is coming to test this as a fresh support, and it is becoming a support. It seems like becoming a support. If we see this bullish pin bar closing and there is a follow up, then 0.8603 will be exposed in this market. Otherwise, if the candle closes below 0.8558, then expect 0.8532 to be exposed again in this market. GBP JPY very near to the price level that we have marked on our chart, that is 152.69. I think this is an area of opportunity for the buyers. I'm expecting a lot of buyers to be sitting at these places to open their fresh long positions with a target of 160.10 in this market. But you do not be so aggressive just listening to me. Wait for the right opportunity. That means you need a bullish pin bar or something similar, some bullish candlestick pattern here to go long, because the price has been so briskly falling. You cannot be trying to catch this falling knife. So wait for the right opportunity. Or what you can do is, on 1 hour you can create a channel or something like this. Is this seems like if we join these two lows here, it is forming a falling wedge. Falling wedge actually is a bullish pattern. So yes, something of this form is forming. If we see a close above 153.44, we can see 156.08. So keep a close eye on GBP JPY today or tomorrow. CHF JPY is beautifully moving in a falling channel. This is called a consolidation, 1 2 3 pattern consolidation. And now when I join these small highs, or I say I create this channel, when this channel is broken, the uptrend will be resumed. So this is how I understand the markets now. Any closing higher than, I think, 124.36 will open the way for 125.88 in this market. Right now resistance is at 124.36 and support is at 123.47 in this market. Euro versus Australian dollar, finding resistance near 1.5675 zone, because this has to be an area of opportunity to the sellers, because this was a good area of support in the past and area of good resistance here in the past. So expect some reaction near this area around 1.5675, and it has happened. Let us see what is happening on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour also you can see that the sell-off was very fast. But here again you can draw a channel. Okay, you can draw a channel and then see what happens next. Okay, so this was 4 hours, maybe that's why it was so brisk. What you can do is you can join these lows here. Okay, something of this pattern. So wait for the price to come back below this rising channel, and then only try to open a short position. Otherwise, look for opening a short position near 1.5675, where I am expecting a lot of sellers will emerge and push the prices down. Right now resistance is at 1.5675, support is 1.5430. Euro New Zealand on the similar lines is finding resistance at the levels that we have marked on the chart, like 1.6321 and 1.6305. One can use this areas as an area of opportunity. You can see that at the resistance we can see now there is a bearish pin bar forming, but do not short your positions right now. What you can do is, below the low of this candle you can place a pending stop order to sell. But the problem with this position is that your stop loss has to be higher than this candle's high, and this candle's high is 1.6325. so anything above 1.6325 will be a stop loss, and if you open your position here you have 117 points of stop loss, whereas if your position is open here and you can target minimum 136 or 132. So from the risk to reward perspective, this is not a good position to open. Although we can see there is a bearish pin bar at the resistance, but the risk to reward ratio here is not good. So what you can do is, I'll tell you how to open a position in such a scenario. From this candle, from this today's candle, what you can do is you can draw your Fibonacci retracements and open a position at the 50% retracement of this candle, today's candle. Okay, so 50% retracement is at around 1.6268. so if the candle if the price comes to 1.6268, you open your position, you keep your stop loss here. Okay, you keep your stop loss here. In this case your stop loss will be almost 60 points and your take profit target will be almost 190 points, which is more than 1:3 risk to reward ratio. And you should adjust your position size in such a manner that if your stop loss, this one, gets hit, 60 point stop loss gets hit, then you should not lose more than 1% of your capital on that trade. So this is how you manage your trades, right? So this is just a number in your 100 trades. If you win 3%. If you lose 1%. So this is simple statistics, simple mathematics that you have to observe in all of your trades that you take in the forex market. Okay, my friend MGA was asking how to manage the trade. Now suppose you open the position here and it starts going in your favor. If it starts going in your favor, you can book half of your positions at the next support, and for half of your positions you can bring the stop loss near your break even value or near the recent this hourly high that the price has made. Like in this case, this is the hourly high 1.6266. so you can keep your stop loss at 1.6270 and then let your position go in the direction intended. So in this case, how you are going to manage your risk is, initially you had a risk of 1%, then after booking half of the profits, you deleted that risk, you have booked the half of profits, then you bring your position to the break even. So if the position goes as a hit, you get 1.5% of profit, but if you lose, you lose nothing. So it's a free trade for you, my friend. This is how you manage your risk in the long run. So XAU USD gold is going high and high, 1.10. 1810 was the resistance that we had marked yesterday, that if we see a close higher we can see 1810, and 1810 is actually has been seen. But now if we see a closing higher than 1810, then 1830 is what is expected. Although I'm not going to buy this market because I'm looking for a selling opportunity near 1830. You remember, if you remember that in the long term this gold is in a triangle, and this triangle can break actually this time also. So I am not going to open the short position right away. I will wait for the bearish price action near this area, then I will open the short position. But right now expect the resistance at around 1830 and the support at 1810 if the price closes higher than 1810 today. The next is silver. I am bullish in silver. I have been talking about this from the time it has broken this falling channel. This was a long-term falling channel that the price is broken, and now day before yesterday the price made a support at 23.12, and today it has taken support at 23.75. I'll show you on 4-hour. It has taken support at 23.75 region, and also this falling channel's resistance line, which was now acting as a support. So that is why I always say that once the channel's resistance line is broken, it starts acting as a support. So now this is a support. Any closing higher than 23.75 will open the way to 24.81. Now I am talking about the daily closing. So a daily closing today higher than 23.75 will open the way for 24.81. So this is I think the next resistance that we should be looking for in the silver. Meanwhile, this price of congestion where the price is trading right now is offering some resistance, but I think it will be overcome by the price and it will go back to 24.81 in the coming time. So 23.73 is the support, 24.81 is the resistance for the silver. Talking about the Swiss index, now it seems 12,452 is actually the resistance level, because yesterday we saw a shooting star here. Now this is known as a shooting star or abandoned baby. It opens higher and then closes below, and then there is a follow-up to the downside. It's a very bearish price action here. It seems like 12,066 level is again going to come on the chart. So 12,066 is the next support and 12,452 is the resistance now. Euro CHF, euro is not good against Swiss franc at the higher prices. 1.0547 seems to be the next resistance right now, because the price closed below this yesterday and now the sellers are coming again at the higher prices. If they're able to close the price today below 1.0547, then expect 1.0504 here in this market tomorrow or day after, I mean on next week, because this is the last day of the week at least and the markets are closed. So now the resistance will be 1.0547 and the support will be 1.0504. GBP CHF on the similar line. Actually, GBP CHF has been trading at the multi-month support of 1.2279. So expect this level to hold 1.2279, and the price may be headed back again to 1.2503 from here to find it as a fresh resistance, okay, or at least to this low of this candle around 1.2405. So this I think this level will hold. It will force the sellers to close their positions, and the fresh buyers may be emerging here to push the price at least 100 points higher from here. EuroCAD is finding it very difficult to go higher, but it is still observing this 4-hour channel that we had created, and now this channel is uh, actually acting as a support time and again whenever the price comes here. Now this is a classic example of building positions. Building positions mean that the people who are interested in euro against the Canadian dollars, whenever they see the price coming here, they open huge positions and then leave it. Whenever it price comes here, they open huge positions right now as if they're doing it. So you have to understand the psychology of the market participants. So somebody is trying to open huge positions here at these levels. So you have to understand the psychology behind the market. I think that the price may be ready to break high from 1.4441 soon, but I do not want to speculate on it. I will wait for the price to go high. I'll wait the price to go high like this, and then open the fresh position when the price comes back to retest this level, because in that case my risk to reward ratio will be huge, and that is what I want, because I'm not an aggressive trader, I'm a risk manager here. You have to tell this every time that you go to trade. Last thing that I've gone to talk about is the Bitcoin. I have seen after a very long time, I have seen a bearish pin bar on the daily candle in the Bitcoin. Now this is suggesting that the prices may go deep from here. 58,963 I think is the first level that I will be looking at, and if we see not actually 59,963, now 58,048 is the nearest level that I am thinking that the price may take, and if it breaks 58,048, then 52,883 is also possible in this market. Right now the resistance is this falling channel on the 4-hour. This falling channel on the 4-hour is the immediate resistance, and the support is at 58,048, and the resistance on the higher side, that is horizontal, is 63,602 for this market. So that's all for today that I had for you in my basket. If I want to just conclude now by saying that I hope you got some idea about the support and the resistance levels that are of interest in the coming days. Please keep in mind to never risk more than 1% of your capital on any single trade, and look for a potential profit of more than 3 times the risk that you're going to take. With this note, I shall end this video. Please press the like button if you find this video useful for you. Leave your humble suggestions, or leave your suggestions which can suggest me how to improve this video. If you do not like any of the things, please let me know through the comments. Also, you can join the Dukascopy Forex community, where there are so many things for the traders. The link is there in the description. I wish you and your family a very happy and a profitable day. Thank you for sparing your time to watch this video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel now for daily forex updates, and share with your friends. Thank you very much.